Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Dhanvat Pranam. Today, reading from the book The Hare Krishna Challenge, exposing a misdirected civilization by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupāda. Chapter 14th on Technology and Unemployment. This exchange between Śrila Prabhupada and one of his disciples took place in Geneva in June of 1974. Disciple. In a recent speech, a politician in India said that 80% of the Indians people live in rural villages. His proposal was to increase the technology on the farm. Instead of people having to harvest the wheat by hand, they would have motorized harvesters, and instead of having to use bullock carts to pull the plow, they'd use a tractor. Srila Prabhupada. In India, many men are already unemployed, so to introduce more machinery, there is not a very good proposal. 100 men work can be done by one man working a machine. But why should there be so many men unemployed? Why not engage 100 men instead of one? Here in the West, also there is much unemployment. Because in the Western countries everything is done by machine, you are creating many hippies, frustrated young people with nothing to do. That is another kind of unemployment. So in many cases, machines created unemployment. Everyone should be employed, otherwise there will be trouble. An ideal brain is the devil's workshop. Where there are so many people without any engagement, why should we introduce machinery to create more unemployment? The best policy is that nobody should be unemployed. Everyone should be busy. Disciple. But someone might argue the machine is freeing us from so much time consuming labor. Srila Prabhupada. Free for what? For drinking and doing some kind of nonsense? What is the meaning of this freedom? If you make people free to cultivate Krishna consciousness, that is another thing. Of course, when someone comes to a Krishna consciousness movement, he should also be fully engaged. This movement is not meant for eating and sleeping, but for working for Krishna. So whether here in Krishna consciousness or there in the society, the policy should be that everyone should be employed and busy. Then there will be a good civilization. In the Vedic civilization, it was the duty of the head of the society to see that everyone was working, either as a Brahmana, a Kshatriya, a Vaishya, or a Shudra. Everyone must work. Then there will be a peace. At present moment, we can see that on account of much technology, there is unemployment and many lazy fellows. The hippies are lazy, that's all. They don't want to do anything. Disciple. Another argument might be that with technology, we can work so much better, so much more efficiently. So the productivity of those who do work goes way up. Srila Prabhupada. Better that more men be employed doing the work less efficiently. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Sahajam karma kaunteya sadosham api na tyajit sarvarambha hi doshena dumenagri evarataha. Every endeavor is covered by some sort of fault, just as fire is covered by smoke. Therefore, one should not give up the work which is born of his nature. O son of Kunti, even if such work is full of fault. And a Hindi proverb says, Bekari se begari achhi hai. Bekari means without employment, and begari means to work without salary. In India, we have seen many villagers come and request a shopkeeper or any gentleman, please give me some work, I don't want a salary. If you like, you can give me something to eat. Otherwise, I don't want even that. So, what gentleman, if you work at his place, will not give you something to eat? Immediately, the worker gets some occupation along with food and shelter. Then, when he is working, if the gentleman sees that he is working very nicely, he will say, alright, take some salary. Therefore, it is better to work without any remuneration than to remain lazy without any work. That is very dangerous position. But in the modern civilization, on account of too many machines, there are so many unemployed people and so many diseases also. It is not good. Disciple. Most people would say these ideas are very old fashioned. They'd rather have their technology even if it creates a high unemployment rate, because they see it as a mean of freedom from druggery and also a mean of freedom to enjoy televisions, movie, automobiles. Srila Prabhupada. Technology is not freedom, rather, it is a free way to hell. It is not freedom. Everyone should be engaged in one according to its ability. If you have good intelligence, you may do the work of a Brahmana, studying the scriptures and writing books, giving knowledge to others. That is the Brahmana's work. You don't have to bother about your subsistence. The society will subside. In the Vedic civilization, Brahmana did not work for a salary. They were busy studying the Vedic literature and teaching others, and the society gave them food. As for Kshatriya, they must give protection to the other members of society. There will be danger, there will be attack, and the Kshatriya should protect the people. For that purpose, they may levy tax. Then those who are less intelligent than the Kshatriyas are the Vaishyas, the mercantile community who engage in producing food and giving protection to the cows. These things are required. And finally, there are the Shudras who help the three higher classes. This is a natural division of society and it is very good because it was created by Krishna himself. Everyone is employed. The intelligent class is employed, the material class is employed, the mercantile class is employed, and the rest, the Shudras, are also employed. There is no need to form political parties and fight. In the Vedic times, there was no such thing. The king was a supervisor who saw that everyone was engaged in his respective duty. So people had no time to form false politician parties and make agitation and fight one another. There was no such chance. But the beginning of everything is to understand I am not this body. And this is stressed again and again by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Śrila Prabhupada ki Jai.